Hey guys, in today's video we're going to take a look at for loops in Java. So I thought it might be helpful if at first we started by looking at the anatomy of what goes into a for loop. So as you can see, there's this sort of boilerplate code with the fors, the semicolons. That's going to be the same for all of your for loops. And then there's these four pieces that you get to fill in. The first of these is going to be your counter variable. So this is going to be whatever is keeping track of what number you're on. Typically by convention we'll use I, but you can call it whatever you want. Then this second one is going to be the stop condition, when you want to stop looping. Usually it's going to involve something to do with the counter variable, but it doesn't have to. Then over here we've got the step size. This is how many you want to increment the count on each time. Do you want the counter to go up by 1? Do you want it to go up by 2? You've got a lot of flexibility here. You can even have it go down if you want. It doesn't always have to go up. And then the last bit, the fourth bit, is the loop body. So this is going to be the segment of code that you want to keep iterating over. Alright, so now that we've looked at what the different pieces are, let's actually see this in practice. So we've already got most of the boilerplate here. We've got a main method. Let's go ahead and write a for loop. So the first part, the counter variable, so for int I, we got to set it equal to something. Let's start with 1 in this case. And we want to iterate up until, let's see, as long as I is less than or equal to 10. So we'll go through the numbers 1 all the way up to 10, including 10. I++, so each time we go through the loop, add 1 to I. And just to show that worked, let's print out I each time we go through. We'll save it, we'll run it, come down here to the console, we see 1 through 10 has been printed out. So let's change what the counter variable starts at. So if we do I equals 5, what do you think we should get? Well, we'll get the numbers 5 through 10. And there they are. If we get rid of this equals, now we're only going to get the numbers 5 through 9, because we are going to keep going as long as I is strictly less than 10. So there we go, 5 through 9. Let's put that back in there for a second. And what if instead of doing I++, we do I plus 2? Plus equals 2. So what do you think is going to happen now? Well, let's see. So now we count up the odd numbers, 5, 7, 9. So that's the three parts there, the incrementer, the condition, and the step size. So maybe now pause the video. I'm going to give you a challenge. Then pause the video and try to do it. What I want you to do is write a for loop that iterates through the numbers between 1 and 100 and prints every multiple of 4. So there's a couple different ways you can do this, but just pause it, see if you can figure it out. Alright, so now I'll work you through how I would go about solving this. So let's just start with 4. We'll say 4 is the first multiple of 4. And we want to go all the way up to and including 100. And we want to go up by 4 each time. There we have it. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. See, that was really easy. We didn't have to do any sort of conditional check. We didn't have to use the modulo. We just changed the step size. Alright, one more example, and then I think you will be for loop experts. Let's go the other way around. Let's start at 100, go down to 4, and this time we'll go down. So I minus equals 4. So 100 down to 4. So you can use the for loop in either direction. So just to recap, this is going to be your incrementer variable. Typically you're going to want to set it here. Make sure you provide what type it is. It's most likely going to be an int. This is going to be some Boolean conditional. It's got to return true or false. Doesn't have to involve your incrementer, but usually it will. And then some way of incrementing your counter. Because if you don't increment the counter, you end up with an infinite loop. Let's just say we left that off. Well, it's not going to be happy. Let's say we did I plus equals 0 every time. We compile that. You see, it's never going to stop. It's just going to keep running because I never changes. And that's no good. So that's for loops in a nutshell. I hope that helps. If you still have any questions, leave a comment down below. And I'll make a video on while loops here shortly.